All right, guys, happy Friday, March 31st. I'm coming to you excited, alive, full of energy, full of passion, and full of gratitude. So I'm going to share with you guys in a few minutes a couple of my takeaways from my time here in Kentucky, or excuse me, in Tennessee. Met so many people from Kentucky, and they are such cool people. I'll share that with you in a moment, but let's do this. Before we get rolling, I'm going to have someone bring us out on the field. As always, I'm going to look around the room. Who do I have here? Whose camera's on? Who's ready to go? Romel, I'm going to turn it over to you, big dog. You know the routine. Bring the team out on the field for battle, out for game day. So Romel, Taylor, I'm going to turn the mic over to you, big dog, and have you bring us out on the field. So let's go.
Premonition you were going to call me today, so I kind of prepared.
You know what, but I love this, but he had a premonition, didn't know, but you're center screen for me right now, so maybe like the energy just brought me right to you. So hit us with it, bro.
So I just want to say, today is a gift. Not to sound depressing, but many people didn't see this beautiful day today, and my encouragement to everyone is to just take note of that and to not worry about what you didn't get done yesterday or didn't do yesterday. Don't live with any regret. Eyes forward. Think about what you can do with today's gift and keep it moving. And God bless everybody.
Wow. Like really, really powerful. And the fact that he was ready for this message, God, thank you, Romel. Like I needed to hear that. I'm in Tennessee right now, and just a couple days ago they had a mass shooting at a Christian school, and I just don't get this. Like you said, man, like some people aren't able to be here right now and be here with us and enjoy this life. And so Romel, I really, really, truly appreciate that message, and I don't know if you guys connected with that, but I definitely did. So you guys, I want to share some thoughts with you, and I was just creating a video on this, and I'll probably drop it a little bit later, but I want you guys to realize where your life can be in the next couple of years. And I'm not just talking monetarily. Obviously, we'll get there to the money, but I want you to think about relationship rich. And I want you to think about all the people you've met. Let's just go back. If you've been in this game for a couple of years, you've probably met some incredible people that have had some impact on your life. And I'll speak from experience, you guys. 3.5 years ago, I didn't know most of the people. Actually, I knew probably nobody on this call today. I didn't get asked to do speaking engagements. Fast real estate didn't exist 3.5 years ago. I didn't have the love that I have now. I didn't have the family. I didn't have the power that we have in our household. I didn't have any of that, you guys. And to think that in 3.5 years, my life has been completely changed. Now, my course might be a little bit different. My time might be a little bit different. Maybe it took me a little bit longer, because I've seen people come into this game and change their life in 1 year. But the thoughts are, and the sentiment that I want to share with you guys is that you don't know how close you are to changing your life. When you think about the next 3 years, the next 2 years, the next 1 year, how your life can change, how your family's life can change, the impacts that you can make, and the relationships that you can build. You guys, I didn't know any of these people. And then I get to meet all these great people from all over the place. And now I'm forming new relationships and new bonds. And so you guys, I'm just coming to you today super humble, because none of this existed for me 3.5 years ago. You guys see the things, you see what's been created, but none of the shit existed 3.5 years ago. So I tell you that when I say the action and the grit and the hard work and the determination, you guys, it happens, and it's happened time and time again. You just got to believe in it. You got to stay the course. So I want to share that sentiment with you guys. 3.5 years from now, your life can look and feel completely different. Otis White, you had your hand up, big dog. And before I go further, man, I want to make sure I get to you before the baby gets up. So Otis, what is your contribution?
I just kind of wanted to piggyback off of what you're saying, that it's so pivotal about the conversation that I had yesterday with my mentee. He's actually on the line. He said he's going to have to get off in a little bit, but I'm just so glad that he came, and he was really paying attention, because I didn't send him the time afterwards. I just told him yesterday, 8:30, 9:30. So he is on the line. His name is Noah Jones. Noah, I want to thank you for coming. He definitely wants to try out being a solo agent, but I said before he finalizes his decision, come here, get some love from us to see that. And the point that you made about being relationship rich, I was really trying to tell him yesterday that I applaud him for trying to do it on his own, and I'm really encouraging him. But the road that I went, and a lot of people on the road that they went from being solo agents to joining this team or just joining a team, even if it's with someone that they're partnering with in this team. I just wanted him to feel the power of that and just feel the love of that. So, you know, even if he does decide to go solo, at least he knows where he can come and feel loved and be a part of a team and get relationship rich and be successful faster than I was, because you guys all know my story and how long it took me to get to where I'm at today.
God, I love it. And Noah, welcome, my man. And you're welcome here at any time. This is just a haven for people to come together, collective wisdom in the spirit of growth. So you guys, 3.5 years from now, your life can look completely different. The relationships are some of the most important things you're going to have. Obviously, your actions, your discipline, those things. Well, last night I went to dinner. And if you guys know me, I move pretty fast. I'm super, super anxious. I have ADD. I get to dinner at 6:15. And we didn't leave that dinner table until 10:15, and there was only 3 of us. I had dinner with the Manifestation Ninja. We had her as a guest a couple months back, and her presentation was absolutely fire. So I got to sit at the table with her and her boyfriend, and we sat there and broke bread for 4 hours. And that relationship is a relationship that I made because of Instagram. I simply reached out to her, had her come on as a guest. Please raise your hand or put an emoji on the screen if you were in that session with Maria, the Manifestation Ninja. Fire, right? Fire. So we're thinking, we're talking, and we're sharing. And I wanted to open it up with this. You guys, I know that you are all high achievers. If you weren't a high achiever, you wouldn't be here. And what I realized about high achievers is that we're in a constant era of consumption. We're reading, we're listening. How many people are listening to podcasts, are reading on a daily? There's somebody that they're going to on Instagram, right? And listen, this may seem counterproductive, but it's not, so just stay with me. We're talking, and I asked Maria, I said, Maria, what are you reading right now? She said, I'm gonna hit you with some truth right now, Elias. I'm like, cool. She's like, I'm not reading anything right now. And I said, well, all right, what are you listening to? What are you listening to? She's like, I'm not listening to anything right now. I said, wait, what? How? Okay, tell me more. Tell me more. And I'm sitting there, and she's like, oftentimes what we do is we consume and consume and consume, and we run away from the thing that scares us the most. And for a lot of us, the things that scare us the most is this. And when I say this, I mean the stillness. And when I say this, I mean our own thoughts. Oftentimes we run from the things that we're thinking about, and we are basing our perceptions on the world and what we should be thinking about based on what someone else said. Now, they're great authors, they're great orators, they're great communicators, right? And what they've done in their course and their path was good for them, and it might look vastly different for you. So what I want to encourage everybody to do, and I don't know if you guys can feel the level of excitement and where I'm at right now. I want you guys to spend some time and some stillness this weekend. Whether it's you just turn off that podcast for the weekend, you don't consume those videos that you naturally or normally consume, excuse me, and you sit in a moment and say, you know what am I actually thinking about these things? What am I thinking about mindset, about delivery, about act? What am I? Because I'm hearing it. I hear it from Elias. I hear it on Instagram. I hear it from my podcast. I hear it from all these people. But what am I doing right now to really process my own thoughts about how I feel about these things? So much time is spent in the consumption, and so little time is spent in the stillness. The stillness. And I know there's people on the call that meditate and take that time, and good for you. I need to do more of that. I'm still a student learning how to do that. So the message in the opener today is to spend some time tuning everything out. And you guys, if that means once in a while you tune me out, I'm cool with that as well. I'm all right with that. Like, I'm humble enough to say that I need to allow a person just to say, okay, hey, let me just process. Because right now there's so much stuff. There's books, there's so much stuff. Where are your thoughts in that? Where are your emotions in that? Where's your vantage point? Where's your opinions in that? Because listen, we're all on a different journey. We're all on a different journey. So I want you guys to be okay with where you're at, what you're thinking, how you're feeling, how you're evolving, what you're going, like, be cool with it, but don't be afraid of it. Because oftentimes we run from our thoughts. And listen, you guys, take some time and find that peace and just be like, fuck, I haven't listened to you in a while. And I've had all this other outside noise. So I want you guys to try to slow some things down. That came from our dinner last night. And we're 4.5 hours in, but I want to share those thoughts with you guys. And I feel it's powerful. And I thought that it might hit with you guys. And so I see people shaking their head. I saw Maria shaking her head. So Maria, when hearing this, like, tell me what you're thinking, because I saw you and I wanted to just play on your reactions right now and your emotions. What did that spark for you?
Okay, you and I are very much alike in that we're just busy, and in this business of real estate, we're busy. We're always doing something. And for me, I start my day in stillness. I have to, because I know as soon as I leave my cocoon, I'm gonna get bombarded with text messages or what I should be reading, and Instagram and Facebook, and then clients and texts and email. And I was just having a conversation yesterday with an agent, and I said, we literally have to put on the full armor of God. Now that's a Christianese thing, but let's bring it down to everyday people. We have to protect our soul, our spirit, our mind, our body before we even step out the door. Because I guarantee you, somebody's going to do something to piss you off. And if you're not centered, if you're not in your peace, they're going to jack you up. And I'm telling you right now, I have to. It's a gift that I give myself, because I wake up every day, and that's a gift to me, to start in peace. And I don't mean that time to like beat yourself up about what you're not doing. It's really it should be part of your routine before you get out the door. And I know it's a challenge when you have kids and you have responsibilities, but wake up 15 minutes earlier, put on some meditation music, put on, Peloton has a meditation, section of their app. There are so many apps. Not that I'm trying to get you to open up another app, but it's important that we must be still before we get out the front door.
Yeah, I love it. Listen, you guys, over the next couple of days, I want you to listen. And I want you to listen to yourself. What's going on? Like, what are your thoughts? How do you feel about these things? Are you suppressing the way that you think about all these things because you're consuming so much? And then it's like, oh, I got to go through all that to get to my actual thoughts on how I feel about this, because everything is front of mind from what I'm learning. Or are you spending some time? Jess, you had your hand up. Let's hear your contribution. And I appreciate your contribution, Maria. Thank you.
Oy, something's going on with me personally in my life, positive, like God, the universe, whatever. I grew up on God, but I think I veer more on the spiritual realm. But anyway, you all get what I mean. I've had to create this hyper independence within me due to losing my parents when I was younger, being homeless, and like all of these other things that happened. And I think I'm 36. I don't know how old I am. I'm 35 or 36. I lost count. But it's taking me this long. Probably about a year ago is when I started becoming more conscientious of it. And I'm relinquishing and releasing control. There are things that are happening in a few of my transactions right now that 2 years ago, I would have allowed to ruin my day. I would have been pissed off for weeks. And to be able to want growth and then experience firsthand your growth is a beautiful feeling. So I say all of that to say, definitely take the time to yourself, and no one is in control, no matter how much we want to be. And it's arrogance, or your reaction is your ego. I'm a very sensitive person. I'm a huge empath. I have been my whole life, and I used to get made fun of for being sensitive. But I think there's beauty in being able to release and accept.
Wow, powerful. I appreciate your contributions, and our heart goes out to you. I can imagine what you went through, losing your parents at a young age. And so you definitely display a very powerful person, but I know that there's obviously pain, and we all have our pain and trauma. So I appreciate you sharing. Cortez, you had your hand up, big dog. And by the way, nice haircut. He just cut his hair while he was on the call. He's multitasking. So Cortez, what's up, bro? What's on your mind?
Yeah, you got to take advantage of your time, right? I think Jasmine was saying, I'm used to get like teased a lot for being like sensitive, or you wearing your emotions on your sleeve or whatever. But I just felt like I was being real. But I want to piggyback off the quietness. I don't know if you guys have read, but 7 Laws of Spiritual Success. They really, that's one of the laws, is to be quiet and to be silent. If you could do it for a day, an hour, a week. He said he goes in like a week, you know what I mean? But just that quiet time is really beneficial. I feel like when I do that, and I don't do it every day, but when I work on myself early, pray, meditate, whatever, work out, I'm like a way better person for the rest of the day. So that's my 2
I love
cents.
this. I love this. I appreciate the contribution, Cortez. So as we shift gears, you guys, just remember that we're in an era and we're live and exist in a world where we can consume more than we've ever consumed from a technological standpoint, because we have so much readily available and so many people are sharing. And I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I've grown tremendously in the last 3 years, but also leave room for your own thought. And if your own thoughts are the things that scare you the most, and oftentimes it is, you need to go there. And you need to go there and you need to form your own opinions about how you look at the world and look at life and look about our market and all these things, right? So you're now starting to form your own messaging, and the messaging that doesn't always have to come from somebody else. So I want to encourage you guys to do that. Whatever that looks like for you guys, I want to encourage you guys to do that. Also, a couple of things I want to share with you. In that room yesterday, I'm humbled to be able to be on the stage with somebody like a Lauren Taylor and a Glenda Baker. They're people that we see as celebrities, and then they look at us as like, oh, well, you're a big deal too because you're on the stage. And like, I'm just humbled to be here and learn from you guys, and like, and to see what they've created. Like, if you think about Glenda Baker, all right, so Glenda Baker 3 years ago wasn't on TikTok. So check this out. Out of all the users that are on TikTok, which is probably millions, billions, she has the longest watch time out of any other user on YouTube, or excuse me, TikTok. And it's crazy. And what she does is she tells stories, and she does it at a very, very high level. So what I realized about being in that room yesterday, it was about action takers. It was about not looking over your shoulder, thinking about what people cared about. And the thing that I'm going to talk to you about right now and segue into is there were so many people in that room that came from Kentucky and that came from Tennessee. When I think Kentucky, I don't think millionaires, and maybe that's just me being small-minded, right? I think of like, California, larger prices, but also now cost of living, all these different things. So I'm in this room with these 30-year-olds that have built this eight-figure real estate portfolio and are making millions in their 30s. And like, so many people were super, super grounded in the fact of how they're spending their money, how they're saving the money, how they're investing their money. And so we spent a lot of time on how are we going to make the money, right? We spend so much time on how we're going to make the money, the hustle, the grind, the door knocking, the calls, all of that. I think at a very, very high level, you guys know how to go after the money and get the money. I think that that's across the board. I think it's safe to say that we all know how to get that money. But I don't feel that we're spending enough time learning about the money, right? I think that we have a good understanding of how we can reallocate our funds and invest in real estate. I think that we understand that. But are you spending enough time researching and understanding S&P, hedge funds? Are you understanding dividends? Are you understanding how to take just a little bit of money every single month and put it away for growth and compound interest, all of these things? I believe that we are masters at getting the money, but we are not masters at saving the money, planning for the money. So here's what I want for each of you on this call, is I want all of you to ball out. And I want you to ball out and live the best life possible. But here's what I want for you. I don't want you to ball out until 10 years from now. It's easy to buy the nice, shiny stuff. It's easy to buy the bag. It's easy to do those things. And what I want you to tell yourself is no, no, no. If you don't have a relationship with a financial planner, please make sure to form a relationship with a financial planner right now, even if your business might be in a lull. It's okay, because things will change for you. I promise you can stay, if you stay consistent, do the action, you have the discipline, things will change for you. But I want you to form a relationship with a financial planner. I have one. I have money that comes out of an account that I have living benefits from. And if something happens to me, my family's going to be secure. We're going to be okay. I also have money that I don't touch that goes into a fund. And then I have a bookkeeper that helps me every single month. That way, when I go to pay taxes, I'm not like, oh my God, where's this money going to come from? Right? And I want you guys to form that relationship now. So as you grow in this business, you're really understanding your money. And it's something that I'm going to commit to getting better at. I'm going to commit to really understanding what our assets are in our household and what our liabilities are in our household, and really start analyzing that every single quarter to see where we're at. So I want to encourage you guys, and I want you guys to have that conversation. I'm actually going to be bringing a guest on in a couple weeks, and she's going to talk about how you can simply start building some wealth, even if you're not doing 50 transactions a year. Small things that we should do right now. Investment accounts that we're having for our children, for their future, to make sure that they're okay. Ramel, you had your hand up. Let's hear from you.
This is really resonating with me. I mean, we forget that money is a seed and it's a tool. I mean, we need it to eat, pay our bills, take care of families, help other people out, but it's a seed. And you have to put it in the ground, invest it, and nurture it, and let it grow over time so it's working for you. You don't have to put a lot. I actually just was working with a young man who I mentored. I've known him since middle school. He just graduated college. He's got his first full-time job. Told him, out of every check, pay yourself. Don't even think about it. Just put it away, invest it, let that money start growing. By the time you're 30, you're gonna have more money than you expected. By the time you're 40, you're gonna be like, man, it'll be a safety net. It'll be, a lot of things, but you have to plant it, water it, and let it grow.
I love this. You guys, I'm gonna share a statistic with you guys, and I think it's really, really important. They did a study of people making $250,000 or more in the United States of America. 36% said that they live paycheck to paycheck. Earning $250,000 a year is more than 5 times the national median and is clearly high income. In June of 2022, 61% of Americans were living paycheck to paycheck, up from a low of 52% in April of 2021 and 55% in June 2021. I think we're all guilty of it on some conscious level, that we work paycheck to paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. So what I want you guys to do is not only be a student on how to make that money, but I want you to be a student on how to give that money more shelf life for your future. Because I don't know about you guys, I'm done in 10 years. I'm done, I'm traveling, I'm where Cam is. I'm in Costa Rica, I'm in fucking tree houses. I'm wearing freaking linen shorts and got freaking beaded necklaces on, and I'm so tan, and me and my lady are traveling everywhere. That's where I'm gonna be, you guys, right? So I need to start looking at it in a completely different way. And I've done some small things over the last couple of years, but I want you guys to start studying your money. And if you need a financial planner recommendation, please hit me up. I'd love to give you guys that recommendation. It's a family member of mine. So stillness, make sure that you are spending time researching, studying, and understanding money at the highest level. So what I want to do right now, you guys, obviously I want to switch gears and I want to talk about action. We talk about this every single week, you guys. And what I love about this is that I'm seeing bonds formed on these calls to where, wow, Melissa, what you said, I did that, and now I'm doing this, and I actually got closer, or I got into contracts. So I want you guys to know that the things that you're doing are inspiring others. The things that you're sharing right now are giving people ideas on how they're going to grow in their business. And so when we say collective wisdom, I mean that. And I'm super, super passionate about you guys sharing. What are the things that you've done over this last week that have led to you, A, writing offers, going on more appointments, and or getting in contract and getting a new listing signed? So who would like to share some things that they've done in this last week to lead to massive action in their business? Cortez, once again, he had his hand up. Let's go. And you guys put your hands up. Would love to hear from you. Cortez will go first. Joellen will go next. And don't only listen, you guys, if you've never spoken on group coaching, fucking raise your hand. We always know the usual suspects, and I appreciate them at a high level. But you guys, there's tons of people on this call, so get involved. Raise your hand. Put your camera on. Let's go, Cortez.
All right, so these last couple of weeks been busy. So I've met up with a couple people on the team the last 2 weeks. Vernon, Armanice. I had a seminar last Saturday, so that was all about the cow heifer. So we had 7 appointments from that with my lender. Not to mention, I met the security guard in the parking lot. Talked to him. I had a buyer's consultation with them last night. So now that's 8 appointments. Me and Mike linked up on Tuesday. We went through all our goals together, getting ready for the new quarter. We went through CSU. So we hold each other accountable for CSU. We learned a lot about CSU has a lot of goals. So moving forward, action for me, I'm doing a no renter left behind thing. So I'm knocking on renters' doors. We're doing 6 doors a day, but I'm dropping off 25 flyers moving forward. But those same renter houses, I'm mailing off letters to the absentee owners. I stole it from templates and script like last January. It was somebody that was sending them out. So I took that. So every day I'm gonna be sending those out like 50 envelopes a week. That's the goal. And door knocking. I met somebody in July last year. I called her on the meeting on Monday when I said I sent the text message. She just got approved for the cow heifer program last night. She texted me, she got pre-approved, $550. So we're house shopping this weekend. So that's all I did in the last 2 weeks.
God, I love this, man. I remember having this conversation with Cortez. He's like, oh man, renters. Like, wait a minute. And like to see him making this a campaign and following through, like, this is incredible. You guys, when we think about the dream program, Dream for All, you guys, it's gonna be truly something that sets them free. And you know what? I gotta give you guys praise where praise is due. Over the last week, I've probably seen, I don't know, over 50 videos from your brothers and sisters about this program. You guys blew up the internet about cow heifer, like blew it up. And listen, it's working. People are getting on appointments, getting in front of people. So great stuff, Cortez. Joellen, you had your hand up. Hopefully you can put your camera on for your contribution. But Joellen, what's up? You're muted, Boomer.
The last couple of weeks have been super crazy. Got 5 buyers approved this week for the first time home buyer program. Yesterday, listing buyer seller presentation. We're getting the Delmi and Christina Pineda. Wrote an offer, $640,000, no contingencies, all cash. Eldorado Hills, just waiting to get that accepted. I should hopefully close 3 escrows by the end of April right now because it's all on track. So, I mean, it's just, I need help now. I was showing all day yesterday too. So it's like, how do I do all these showings plus do all these open houses and do all these things?
I love this. And you know, some of this pain of like growth and organization, it's really good to feel. This is a really good problem to have. You know, I think when I would personally talk to Jen. When you think about, like, Jen knows now she can comfortably manage 10 transactions at a time, but that takes a little bit of time to get to. So Joellen, I'm happy for you and all of your progress.
I'm gonna be at 7 listings with like 8 buyers. Like I gotta call somebody. I need help.
So let's walk me through some of the numbers for the 7 listings that you have right now and will have.
Well, it's coming on.
All right, so let me ask you a question. How much money did you spend to get those listings?
0.
Yeah, 0.
Next door,
time,
Facebook, and partnering up.
That's right, you guys. It took her time, but she didn't have to reach into her pocket and dive into her budget. So really good job, Joellen. Otis, let's go to you, big dog. Action. What happened in this last week?
Listening to my gut. Just like Joellen said, you know, you can get too busy and it can be overwhelming. I had been working on this deal with my mom on my grandfather's house in Tahoe. I don't know Tahoe at all. Although I'm thriving and killing on online leads, you know, I'm starting to get to that mode where, you know, I'm liking the bags, but I am giving up the majority of half of my commissions, the 35% to Ojo and then the 25% to Kenny and the team. So I really didn't want to do this deal partnering up with anybody, but I had to hit up my guy, Will, Mr. Tahoe. I know that it could take a long time to probably get this house sold for me, not knowing this market. And just not a face up there. So I was more than welcoming to have him come into the picture because we are going to do a 1031. So it could be for surely 2 properties, but then our renters who've been living in grandpa's house for the last 25 years have to go somewhere, and we might be trying to get them into the Dreamers program. So just thinking outside the box and not too much worrying about, giving up some of the money. I would highly suggest Joe Ellen, if you don't want to lose one of those 7, maybe partner on 2 of them with somebody. Because that's happened to me a lot. That's why I partnered up with Melissa Heavy and a couple of other people on the team that's got some leads for me. It's because just too much. And I would like to just know that someday I'm getting a bag like I getting with Alejandro, and a couple other people who are reviving these leads. And now that the program is there, with the constant follow-up that they gave, and then me giving up that lead, it's just, start planning money out there that you never know is going to come back. So have an open mind to your brothers and sisters here in different markets that you don't necessarily, do business in, even though you're getting those leads, because they work in those areas and they know them. They know the buyers, they can bring you buyers. So just kind of working a little bit smarter than harder these days.
Love it. I love it. Good stuff, my man. Good stuff. Who else, you guys? Who else has something that they want to share? It was maybe an appointment that they got, an appointment they went on, an offer they wrote, a listing they took, a video that hit. Like, tell me something that you've done in this last week. Romel, Taylor, let's hear from you. And then Jess will come.
So this week, I've say that again. Oh,
go ahead, Romel.
Yeah. So this week, I've really focused in on dialing in my CRM on Follow Boss. On Monday, I did an email blast out to all of my sphere of influence, and I've been getting a lot of traction from that. I have 3 appointments definitely set up, working on a 4th right now, just to do a buyer's consult and learn more about the Cal Hatha program. I did not do videos, but I'm not going to focus on that. I am going to still do some videos on that, but I've been doing a lot of follow-up phone calls with my sphere, because some of them didn't even know I was in real estate, which was kind of embarrassing, because I didn't call them months ago and they were surprised but happy at the same time. So that's been really productive for me to just Follow Boss is pretty awesome. I mean, it lines things up for you, your tasks, your connection to your calendar, the whole 9. It's a really good tool. So that's what I've been doing this whole week.
I love it, Romel, and good job. And I'm going to challenge you, my man. If your people can't see you visibly on social media right now, then why would they know that you're a realtor? Why would they even know? Right. So it's like, think about George Martinez. George Martinez is getting people from his college days that are calling him, that see his posts and calling him, because all they do is they're seeing him. They're like, this dude is active. So I want to encourage you, Romel, like, push yourself to say, no matter what, I got something of value and I just want to create visibility. The more visible you are in the marketplace, the more opportunities that you're going to get. It's really that simple. Create your visibility, create your fame, and it doesn't have to be over edited and polished and perfect. It just has to be consistent. Like this Cal FHA program, you never know. You might create a video today like, Romel, I didn't know that was possible. I didn't even know what that was. So I'm telling you, man, if you want to reach more people, create videos, create your own visibility, create your own fame, man. I promise you, it will work if you do it consistently. Jess, let's go to you, and then we'll go to Nias, and then we'll go to Armanice and Andrew Lynn.
Hey, so I had a video on TikTok. I'm actually putting more of my efforts onto TikTok just because I think I'm blacklisted with Instagram. But I got a video that had 200K views, and it's helped me grow a couple of 100 followers. So that's a huge win for me. But to your point of what you were just saying, social media has been most of where I invest my energy. And granted, I'm not at the transactions yet that my goal I'm working towards, but I get 100% of my clients from social media, from my sphere, from people. So it is really important to stay at top of mind. And then the other thing that was a win is the Dream program allowed me to take clients that were only approved for 900K up to 1.1. And so now they're able to buy in their area, and they understand that time is of the essence. So we're going to look at properties today and hopefully write an offer on one of them, because they're aware that once those funds are gone, they have no opportunity to buy a house in the city that they want.
Really, really powerful. I have a quick question, Jess. I sat and I was fortunate to go and have dinner with Glenda Baker the other day. And
Mhm.
her and we hit it off. We had the best time. And then
I
she
love
mentioned
her.
in the presentation. It was a really good time. So I'm sitting next to Glenda Baker.
Mhm.
What question do you think I asked her about TikTok right now?
If it's getting banned?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sitting there, we're chopping it up, we're having a great time. So I said, Glenda, since you've built your business and you've built your brand and the star brand and people know who you are, I said, what happens if they close down TikTok? And she's like, oh my stars, in her accent. And she says, you have to get your people out of there. And I said, what do you mean? She's like, I have had to get them not off of there because I'm obviously creating videos until if they do ever shut it down.
Mhm.
So what I've done is I've done great at capturing their emails. Now I have a way to take them from TikTok and I have everyone's emails. Now they're in my email campaigns. Now they're in my drips. And now it's not dependent on that. So she's like, I had to move them out of there.
Mhm.
So
I
as you get
100%
followers
agree with
engagement,
that.
get
Yeah.
their emails and put them into your campaign. And that comes directly from the #1 person on TikTok. And she has that same fear, but she's like, honey, I'm just moving all of them and all their emails into my own database. And so that's what she's focused on right now. So
Nice.
good stuff. Good stuff.
Thank
Congratulations
you.
on the video. What was the video about? I'm curious.
It was about me eating, eating a sandwich. But the reason that that's really exciting for me is because it's hyper local people. That's what I'm focusing on. See, the thing is
Yeah.
with funnels and with social media, people think that we need to come in at the real estate mark. And I think personally that that's too late. You want to capture these people's attention, and almost in a way, it's kind of like a cult, right? Like they really love the things that you do, but when you capture them above real estate, you still sprinkle in real estate stuff so they know that that's what you do. You have a leg up on your competition because they're not coming to you when they need real estate. They're coming to you because they like you. And then when they need real estate, you're the first person that they're going to because they trust you.
Totally. You guys, we've said it so much. And you know, being around Lauren Taylor and Glenda Baker, it's just like people just want human. Just be human. Have some fun with it. Like we're thinking like, fuck, if I see another, like I saw a video the other day, I'm like, fuck, that has been done so many times in that way. It wasn't even original. It was just in that way it had been done. So it's just like the people that win the most are just the people that sprinkle everything in. So just really good point. Nice, Coach, you had your hand up, and then Armanice will come to you in just a moment. Jess, thank you for your contributions. Thanks for being here. Nice Cooks. What's up, big dog?
Yeah, loving this. Man, Cal Happen, I'm loving because I'm seeing everybody is just really blowing it up. I see Team Fast. We're gonna put a dent in that 300 million. I mean, I'm trying to get my percentage up out of it, right? But it looks like we all doing a good job, and so we put a dent in it. But as far as marketing, you know, the whole Cal Halford program. Yesterday I was out. No, day before yesterday I was out, made some flyers. And I went, there's an African marketplace here in Sacramento. So I went business door knocking and went inside of there and just started handing out my flyer to all the people behind the counter. Got like about 3 people that's interested in the Cal Halford program. Right now, I just got to get some new tires put on the car because I'm getting ready to head down to Fresno Sunday because my cousin is getting ready to be my 3rd client or whatever to be able to graduate. And so I'm about to lock him in on the Cal Halford. I've been emailing everybody about the whole Cal Halford program. It's like, look, you guys better do this right now. Everybody's getting blown up. I'm at the tire place. Everybody's got flyers inside the store because I got the whole flyer thing about the whole Cal Halford program. Everybody's getting flyers out everywhere I go right now. And so, like I said, I'm trying to put a dent in it. I don't know what everybody.
Wow. So I don't know. So Nias, I'm feeling a different energy from you right now. Right. And maybe it was a program like this that just needed to spark that fire. Be like, okay, here's something I'm going to go and take action on, my man. So I'm feeling a different energy from you. I don't know if you guys are feeling that as well, but Nias, good stuff, man. I love it.
No, it's all love because, you know, with the first time home buyer program, this is for everybody to be able to get in. So just go out there and blow it up. Like I said, Team Fast, let's put a dent in that 300, man. Let's get 100 of it. Let's get 100 of it.
I love it. So Cynthia, you had to share and you put something in the chat. I would love for you to talk about that. But before we do so, Jeff, can you come a little bit closer to your camera? Jeff, Can you give him one of those, big dog? Can you give him one of those, big dog? Looking good in the gym, bro. Look at you.
2 months, 2 months, ain't missed a day. Just been
Ooh,
no excuses, no
it
excuses.
shows, bro. You look good, man. I could see it up here too, man. So good stuff. So
Love.
before I go any further, we got Armenice, we got Andrew, we got a few hands up, but I'm gonna go to Cynthia because she just posted in the chat. To you two, I want to say thank you guys for hosting and co-hosting group coaching this week. I got tons of great feedback. Thank you. And you guys know that this is my baby and I don't just allow people to open the room. I know we had some tech difficulties, but I just want to say to you guys, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Way to connect and way to do a fire session. Cynthia, talk to us about what's in the chat.
Awesome. Oh man, it was so fun. What a privilege to get to do that. So I have been inundating my people with this new program. They've gotten an email from me. I took that MailChimp email and sent it to them via text message, and then they're getting a phone call from me. Today, they're going to get my monthly newsletter where it will again describe this program. You have to hit, it's like Gary Vee says, what is it, Elias? Jab, jab, hook? Is that what it is? Something like that, right? You got to just let them know, keep on them. I mean, my guy, he was looking at 900,000, looking at properties. He was like, look, these school districts are absolute shite. Like, what am I going to have to do? I told him, you got to go out to Mountain House. So we went out to Mountain House. We went and registered out there, but now he's gotten pre-approved at 1.25. He's like, let's go out and look at every single property that we can, from Milpitas all the way up to Martinez. Let's look at all of these. I had my day off on Saturday. I'm like, let's flip it around. I'm going to go work for you all day Saturday, because they've already gotten to writing offers. So when we've got these people that are hot and ready to go, don't sleep on this, guys. Like, this is the time. This is where we're going to make our biggest sales, is in this quarter. I'm calling it right now. It's this quarter that's going to make the bulk of our sales for this year. But we just gotta get out there and do it.
God, I believe, and Cynthia, I know you missed the first half of the session, but God, you're so right. Like, this is going to be such a game changer in your business, and you have to think about it this way. There's been other programs, right? There's been tons of things that have happened over the last 2 years, the last 6 months. Your approach is constantly changing. So the messaging, your ad campaign, we're not just realtors. Like, stop thinking you're a realtor. You are a professional marketer. You are a professional marketer. And the people that are marketing at the highest level are the people that are winning at the highest level. So think about yourself more so as a marketer, ad campaign, consumer patterns and behaviors. That's how you're going to build in this business. We're on our senior leadership meeting the other day, and Karina asked Kenny, she's like, did you ever think that you'd be creating a marketing company? And Kenny's like, yeah, that was my thought from day one. that was the thought from day one. He's like, I'm creating a marketing company because each of you are amazing marketers when applied. So Cynthia, I appreciate that. Congrats to your buyer. And if they're still looking over the Altamont Pass, and they want to come out to River Islands, I got the plug. Let me know. I'll give you the full grand tour. They can buy a beautiful mansion on the lake. Just options for you if you ever want to come out there. Let's go to, I think it was Andrew Lynn and then Armenice.
I think Armenice is before me, but.
Oh, Armenice and then Andrew Lynn.
Hey guys.
Good. Hold on a second. I just got to tell you this. I absolutely love when you're on calls and when we're on script role play, you bring a level of energy that people feel. So what's up? Good morning.
Hey, what's up, homies? So as you guys know, like, that's my thing. I'm definitely, when you talking about marketing and all of that, this past week, even just in my past experience, getting my real estate going, I am hitting it hard trying to create a trust with my consumers. So I definitely think when it comes to building relationships, you have to think about your Instagram like building a relationship. So when I do my What's Happening Wednesdays, I'm building that trust that somebody's gonna be like, oh, I might not see Armenice no other time, but I'm gonna catch her on Wednesday. So I definitely feel like that's one thing that I've been going hard with, is making sure that I'm being present, building those relationships, and collaborating with people. So I'm excited. This is my first week, getting it in hard, and I'm about to get it going.
Oh, I love it. You guys can feel this. It's exciting. So you guys, the Wednesday thing, and I'll go to Andrew in a second. So I'm talking to Glenda Baker, and I said, like, how did you get started? She's like, oh, my stars. I used to just sit in my Porsche and I would do posts from the Porsche on Facebook Live. I was like, okay. She's like, some people liked it, some people didn't. She's like, I would just sit in there and do posts from the Porsche. She's like, I don't care if it's talks from the Tundra. I don't care if it's nuggets from the Nissan. Like, she went on and on and on and on and on. She's like, do that. She's like, you know, Audible from the Audi. She's like, I don't care what it is. She's like, post your thing up, have a conversation, and create some content in your car. That's how she built her business. So, because how many times you guys got great thoughts when you're in your car? Say, I got some great thoughts when I'm in my car. And right, talks from the Tesla, right? There's just, you know, so many different things. That's actually a cool thing. I love that theme. I love the Wednesdays. Stay consistent with that. Continue to give people what they want. I love that. Andrew Lynn, good to see you, big dog. The Disney agent. What's up, bro? Let's hear from you.
So, you know, I've been, so video hasn't really been something I've been working on, but basically I posted the Cal Half of this video this weekend, and I had like 4 or 5 buyers that dropped off last year, and they started messaging me like, hey, like, am I qualified for this program? And then I think the other thing, and I posted on TikTok and got a few people to reach out as well too. But I think the one thing I wanted to mention was when you talked about Glenda Baker about TikTok shutting down. And I think what we're doing as agents and on this team is omni-channel marketing, which I don't think it's something that we really like talk about, but it's something that we're doing. Is we're marketing to consumers on different channels and bringing them from TikTok over to Instagram, over to our emails, so that if TikTok does go away, we still can market to them on Instagram and have them go through our email campaigns and things like that. So that's why it's important to get their attention and bring them to our other channels and follow us in the different platforms, because we never know what's going to happen. Like, TikTok can go away, Instagram can go away, email changes, algorithms change. So it's important. Like, I had one person, so I posted the Cal Hafa video on my TikTok, and I just reposted the same thing that I had on Instagram, and I just posted it. Didn't think much about it. One person commented on the TikTok, and then they messaged me on Instagram saying, hey, I saw your video on TikTok, and can I get qualified for that program? So that's important to like make sure all your channels are connected, so that there is a consistent, I guess, journey that the customers can go on. So if it's something that, and yeah, so marketing is like something that I'm super interested in and something that I'm fascinated with, but omnichannel marketing is something that we do as realtors, but we just don't necessarily put a name to or talk about consciously, but that's basically what we're doing.
Yeah, God, absolutely, absolutely. And when you think about the word omni, you know, omnipresent stands for like in all places at all time. And we've talked about that. And I think that that's super, super powerful. And to be able to take somebody from a DM to a CRM, we hear this constantly at these conferences. Take somebody from TikTok and put them into an email campaign. You take them from that platform and put them somewhere else to take them through that journey. So really smart stuff. You guys, when we're at these sessions, I want to thank you guys, because you guys have helped to create this space and keep it moving. So I shared the story about Keep It Moving. I shared some of your guys' stories on the screen yesterday. And then I have Lauren Taylor come up to me. And Lauren Taylor, she's like, you had Neil Holmes at your Keep It Moving? I'm like, yeah. She's like, you had that guy Justin at your Keep It Moving? She's like, and why have I not been a guest? I said, Lauren, you can be a guest. When are you available? Can I bring people? You could bring people, Lauren. All right, well, I'm going to do it then. So Lauren Taylor is going to be our guest in the next couple of weeks. You guys will see that. She's, you know, just dubbed as the TikTok queen right now. But more so, she has just become such an epic marketer in the way that she has approached this business and how she's built. And she's done that in a very, very short amount of time. So she's going to be an upcoming guest. Also, I was able to secure Jarek Robbins, who is Tony Robbins' son, who runs success coaching for all of EXP. He's going to be a guest of ours. And I have some other people up my sleeve. And so we're going to walk into the era of the next couple months in Q2. This is going to be a really, really powerful next couple months for us, not only as individuals, but in our group setting as well. So I want to make sure that I'm continuing to pour into you guys and bring in people that are going to help us elevate on all kinds of different levels. So Maria, the Manifestation Ninja, she said she's down for another session. I never knew I'd hit it off so well with another. I felt like I was going to be the third wheel. I hung out with them all night last night, and like, she is about 4'5'1", 5 foot maybe, but just, she's from Queens, and the way that she talks, and like, I was just like, oh, I'm vibing with you guys. And he's a firefighter in New York. It was just the power of really great relationships. So I'll probably have her on again as well. Joanne, you had a hand up, and then Jen, and then we're gonna go around the room. Key takeaways.
Yeah, I just want to say that, Elias, you are our Glenda Baker. You are our Lauren Taylor. I've been in rooms with Lauren Taylor, Maria, her husband, Jeff, Raquel Quinette. And when you meet these people, they're like, oh, you're on Elias's team. Oh, I love Elias. Oh, this. So those people are talking about you right now, just like you're talking about them. So you've made it.
Wow. Thanks. I'm just, you guys, I'm still humbled, like, I don't know, just I will remain humble. Like when I get asked to speak, like, I don't know, you guys, 3 years ago,
Colton just told me to tell you that you are the GOAT. He just said that. I swear to God.
Thanks, buddy. I love you, man. I love you. I just appreciate you guys, and like, this comes from love and contribution. And when I think about how my life's changed, my family's life, and like relationships, like I feel like I'm relationship rich right now. Like I didn't know you guys. Right? Some of you guys have been at my house for dinner, I don't know. I'm in a really, really grateful place right now. I'm humbled by you saying that, Joanne. Jen, you had your hand up, and then we're gonna close out the room. Jen going once, going twice.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I didn't want you to call me a boomer. I agree with the young lady that was talking right before me. You are amazing as a mentor and as a leader and a coach. I appreciate you. So I am out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I saw Elias's story on Instagram. He shared somebody's video about the I don't know what the program's called, but that down payment assistance in California. So I'm from LA. And I'm living out here in Albuquerque. I've only been here 5 years. Like, I am born and raised in LA. So when I saw that come up, I hit up my cousin because she's interested in buying a house. And so, I told Elias, like, hey, do you have somebody that services the 818, area? And he connected me. I want to say it was to Andrew. And I still have to get back to you, Andrew. I'm so sorry. My cousin's nervous, but it's so awesome. So all that marketing stuff, like putting it on social media, staying top of mind, like it's reaching realtors like me in other states, and having the support that you do from Elias sharing your real stuff on his story goes a long way. I recently started a team, and I want to show them, like, I want to earn their support by showing them support too. So a big shout out and thank you for the connections. But like, yeah, that stuff is reaching me in Albuquerque. So I love it. Thank you guys.
Wow, I absolutely love it. And Andrew, I'm looking forward to this relationship building between you guys. And listen, that's part of being relationship rich. I went out to Albuquerque because I coach a team out in Albuquerque. Jen was a guest at the event that this person that I coach through, and she's at a completely different brokerage. As now we're friends on social media, and like, just, you guys, relationship rich, build your relationships. I wrote here social fitness. Like, look at how much you're working on in your body. Like, are you also working out socially, or are you still oftentimes the recluse? Like, start on working on your social fitness. So you guys, today's session, I'm really, really grateful that you guys were here. I don't care if it's 10 people or if it's 100 people, we're always going to go full tilt. So you guys, just sending you guys love, light, and energy. I actually didn't want to postpone today's coaching session. So I actually changed my flight because I wanted to be here with you guys today. So I changed my flight to tonight so I could be here with you guys. I have a couple other appointments, but I wanted to be here. I missed you guys. I had some thoughts that were fresh from yesterday. So I'm like, fuck, I got to be there. So I changed my flight so I can be here for you guys. But I appreciate you. I'm really, really grateful for you guys. Thank you for being here. Let's continue to show up. Let's continue to spread the word about these events. I want more and more people to come to these events because I know that there's going to be something powerful that one of you guys shared that they need to hear. So you guys, it is officially 11:30 on my end. It is 9:30 on your end. Yeah, 9:30. Yeah. So you guys have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. If you need anything, give me a call. And as always, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision.
Safe
And really quick, I'm going to be
travels.
dropping some information about, thank you. I'm going to be dropping information about the Play Bigger Mastermind that's happening in Arizona in May 10th. And your boy is now the co-host of this amazing event with Raquel Quinnett. So I'm stoked. I'm going to put some information about that in Slack. So I want you guys there. It's going to be dope. So you guys, I will see you soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace.